My name is Raylene Campbell. Welcome to my presentation. I'm so excited that EMMEDIA has asked me to talk about my work and my career, show you my studio, my lovely studio, and do a little bit of jamming for you. So I started my career actually as a musician. I played accordion and trumpet. I played trumpet, jazz trumpet, and various styles in the accordion. When I went to university, I met a guy that had a radio show on the local college radio station, CJSR, and I met him at a party, and he found out that I played accordion. He was like absolutely thrilled, and he said, "Okay, you need to tune into my radio show on Thursday. I'm going to play some Pauline Oliveris." So there's Pauline. Pauline was an amazing woman. She was not only interested in sound and sound art and music composition, but she was interested in encouraging people to expand their awareness of their sound environment. So she developed a lifestyle practice called deep listening. And what it does essentially is it gives people the tools to bring their attention to actively listening. So rather than just hearing or not hearing sounds, really to practice awareness of listening actively to your sound environment. I tuned in and my mind was absolutely blown away. So Pauline has been a huge influence in my career. She was my mentor for 10 years, and she played accordion, but she also played with electronic music or music technology. So she was really, she played around with tape music and tape machines way back in the 50s and 60s. She was a pioneer in with the San Francisco Tape Music Center. And so she would plug her accordion into these tape machines and create various lengths of loops. So she created tape delays, essentially. And so I heard some of her music, and I was absolutely blown away by how she was processing the accordion and the kinds of sounds that she was pulling out of the instrument. So that really inspired me to learn more about music technology and to open my mind a little bit about what music is and what I could do with sound. So not just with musical instruments, but with any kind of sound. So before I show you what I'm doing with Ableton Live, I just want to show you some of the gear that I have. So the first thing I want to show you is my audio interface. There we go. So this takes sound from external devices and allows it to move into Ableton Live. So I have this Therevox here. That's plugged in. This is a Focusrite Claret 8 audio interface. So I have 8 channels in, so I could plug 4 stereo instruments or 8 mono instruments into this, and there's 8 outs. So what that means is I can take the sound that's coming from Ableton Live or whatever application I'm using, and I could send it to 8 different speakers. The other thing that I need to show you is the controller. So this is the MIDI controller. It sends information about the sound, and this is push 2. So just move that up for you. But so basically there's all of these buttons here. If I press them, it triggers the sound to start on Ableton Live. There's the knobs are like basically allows me to change the parameter of the sound. So that could be the amount of delay, it could be the volume. So I can control pretty much anything with those knobs. Okay, so this is Ableton Live. This is a program that's used for a lot of beat makers and various electronic music producers. It's intended to be more of a linear type of setup. And what I've done is I've created an instrument that I can perform with, that I can improvise with. So it's basically, I create a live set, which is what you see here. I create a live set, and that's specific for performance. So if I want to use, I decide before I give a performance, what sounds am I using? How am I going to, what is the order of the sounds? How am I going to manipulate them? How am I going to mix them? I decide if there's different speakers, I decide what is going where, how it's going to move. Decide what kind of effects that I want to use to manipulate each of the sounds, that sort of thing. So these first few columns here are just long tones from my accordion. I'll play you a little bit. Let's pull up the Therevox. So there's this ring on a slider here. So basically, this Therevox has two oscillators in it. There's a variety of different waveforms for each of the two oscillators. There's filters. There's a dry. There's a reverb, an old-fashioned spring reverb, and the other things. It's also MIDI compatible, and there's control voltage, so I can get up to control voltage devices. I'll just change some of the tones for you. So there's like different octaves, different waveforms, and of course you can change the frequency just by pulling the ring that's on the slider. It's kind of cool. It's a fun toy. It's a fun toy. was nice to present to you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, and everybody, please stay safe.